Cancel.
Schweezy.
This is from CNN. Southwest Airlines bringing back alcohol on planes.
What?
Southwest Airlines is bringing back alcoholic beverages on flights this month after suspending their sale in March 2020. Beer, wine, and hard liquor will be offered again starting on February 16th, the airline said in a news release. American Airlines is the only one of the 4 largest U.S. carriers that has not resumed alcohol sales. On Southwest, non-alcoholic beverages services will also be expected on February 16th to include options such as tonic water, Coke Zero, and hot chocolate. The beverage service is available on flights of 176 miles or more. Customers have expressed a desire for more beverage options, so we're delighted to restore additional onboard offerings as a part of the Southwest hospitality that our customers know and love, said Tony Roach, Vice President of Southwest Customer Experience and Customer Relations in the news release. The union representing Southwest Airlines flight attendants say resuming alcohol service is unsafe and irresponsible. Lynn Montgomery of TWU Local 556 says the union fought Southwest on the move, saying that it makes it hard to enforce the federal mask mandate on board as it puts flight attendants at risk. We have adamantly and unequivocally informed management that the resuming sales of alcohol while the mask mandate is in place has a great potential to increase customer non-compliance and misconduct issues, Montgomery said in a statement. Other airlines have resumed serving alcohol. United Airlines resumed sales of hard liquor in November. Delta Airlines resumed serving beer and wine to first class and Delta Comfort Plus customers on domestic flights in July 2020, and then added alcohol sales back to the main cabin offering on some domestic flights in April 2021. American Airlines, the last big holdout on alcohol services, told CNN Friday that it hasn't set a date for the return of alcohol in its main cabins. We will continue to evaluate the situation and work closely with the union that represents our flight attendants, the Association of Professional Flight Attendants, and medical experts on this process to determine when we will return to full service to the main cabin, the airline said in a statement. Incidents involving alcohol have been among the more serious cases of unruly passenger behavior during the pandemic. In November, the Federal Aviation Administration proposed a total of $161,823 in fines against passengers involved in alcohol-related incidents. Last year was the worst on record for unruly passenger behavior. Early in 2021, the FFA announced a zero-tolerance policy for unruly passenger behavior that skip warnings or counseling and goes directly to penalties, which can include heavy fines and jail time. Okay, so last June, I was in Kansas City and I flew Southwest because I know what I'm worth. And the reason I pulled this article today is mainly because I was drinking that entire flight. How did I do it, you may be asking? Here, I will tell you how I did that. So you can buy, so you obviously have to buy your liquor first, and so I bought I bought a bottle of Jack Daniels or something like that, and then I went on Amazon. You can buy little reusable liquor bottles that you can bring on planes and stuff like that. And look, they said it wasn't allowed on the Southwest Airlines flight. I looked online. However, with TSA, as long as you had it in the appropriate Ziploc bag, they did not give a shit if you brought it. So, because it's not a bomb, and I had it in the proper bag and everything. So therefore, I brought that on. And tricks I used. I bought a bottle of Coke, before the flight. I think I bought cherry Coke, so I kind of wanted to be a little bit fancy, and so. Drank a little bit out of it, poured one bottle in there, so I had one Jack and Coke, drank that throughout the flight, and then by the time they're already going around giving beverages, and so, I'm like, I'll have a Diet Coke or whatever, so I got a Diet Coke, and I was worried about my health, and so I got that, drank a little bit of it, and there's people all around me, and so I just brought it out, poured it in while the flight attendant was gone, and I was still drinking, so I was drinking more on the flight. So that was a fun flight, FYI. I don't think people understand drinking on the plane is fun. But here's the problem with people drinking on planes. I kept my mask on. I only took it off to take my drink, and then I put it back on. I'm not a pussy. I eat pussy. If you have a problem with wearing a mask, I don't like wearing a mask, but if you have a problem, if you can't wear a mask, then you're a pussy, and you've never made a woman have an orgasm, and you got to eat pussy to win the game. You got to get the honey pot. That's all. That's what it's all about. So, I wonder if See, the problem is, I think with alcohol is that people act like jackasses when they're drunk. That's the problem. I've realized that there's two types of ways I get drunk. One is having that nice amount of buzz so you can hang out with your friends and have a good time without overdoing it. The second is you're home alone and you're just gonna drink so much until you need to fall asleep. Those are the two types you can drink. And I'm a good drunk, I tell you. I may pass out in inappropriate places, but I'm a great drunk. Some people are terrible drunks, and if you're a terrible drunk, you shouldn't be drinking on airplanes. If you're a good drunk like me, you can, because one, I wasn't talking to anyone anyways. I was just watching like Dave on Hulu or whatever. And I like on my iPad, so I was like sitting there like watching that, got like a good buzz going. I'm just like nice and relaxed and stuff like that. So that's how you do it. So people are sneaking booze on to the plane. The question is, should you get in trouble for it? If you have a tendency to get in trouble when you drink, don't drink on your flight. If you're a good drunk, then have fun. Just all you have to do is wait, and as long as you're not annoying to other people around you, they probably aren't going to tell. So. Mainly.
Come on, Mark. Don't be stingy.
And that goes for both sides of the argument, I guess. Hey, you just finished one of the many, many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So, yeah, stay awesome.